So we have our gold medalist, Christian Taylor of the USA. We have our silver medalist, Will Claye of the USA. And we have Nelson Evora of Portugal. Okay? I'm going to open this for questions. Please wait for the microphone to get to you. First question, please. Okay, Larry, hand up first. Just here, please. Do we have two? We have two mics, okay.
Will, Christian, and Nelson, congratulations. Triple jump's always a lot of fun to watch. Nelson, you're like the oldest guy in the entire world in the triple jump, so it's kind of cool. But can you guys just tell us, you guys went back and forth a little bit. Can you tell us about the competition? Yeah. Each one kind of give your little view of the competition. You cool with that?
Yeah. You start, please. Go ahead, seniors first.
What do you know?
I'm speak in Portuguese, okay? Foi uma competição boa. Eles provaram o favoritismo que tinham. Saltaram bem. As pessoas acho que esperavam os 18 metros. Simplesmente foi uma competição um pouco estranha, difícil, mas para mim era esta a previsão. Eu esperava poder surpreendê-los, aqui o sénior surpreender os mais novos, mas fica para a próxima.
Okay, we're going to get that translated for us, please. Can we get the microphone, please? No, can we get the microphone, please? Thank you. Don't want you to have to kneel.
Hello, Nelson says that was a difficult competition. He was hoping, everybody was hoping to get to 18 meters. Was not possible this time, but next time you will see these guys, one of these guys jumping 18 meters again. Nelson for the first time, of course. And he said that he's the senior and he was expecting more, and you can hope more things from the senior guy.
Thank you. There's another microphone at the back, so you get that, and we'll use this one.
Go ahead. Can I go ahead?
Yes,
okay.
please.
Yeah. First, thank you guys for being here. You know, I know it's late, so thank you for taking the time, waiting. I was actually, honestly, the last one to come in, so I apologize for the wait. But really, you know, starting from my left, I have a lot of respect for Nelson. You know, he's the Olympic champ at the end of the day, and if you saw his competition in 2008, he knows how to fight. You know, age is really a number, and so I have respect for all my competitors, and I know what he's capable of. Thankfully, he bailed out of a really big jump, and I saw that really it's still there. So, of course, I applaud his effort and his determination. It really drives us. Secondly, Will, we've fought year after year, championship after championship, really all the way through the ranks, and it really became like training, you know, from Coach Booth times. Really, we've had many different coaches throughout our journey, and regardless, our mindset was, you know, just pushing the boundaries, moving the shoe, essentially. That was what our motto was at training. You know, somebody jumps, respond, and that's what I think put our head in a different place. You know, we know what each other is capable of, and if you saw his fifth round jump, you know, I said, well, he's going to bring it this next one. He had no board, and it was a big jump, you know. I was very excited because also at the same time we had a lot of pressure of the 18-meter barrier of the world record all season. That's all we've talked about. I think now the pressure's off, and now we can just have fun again. You know, and I think that's really important that we don't lose that. It's great to put on a show for the crowd, but at the same time, we have to have fun so we can jump to Nelson's age.
Right. Will?
Yeah, just to piggyback off of Christian, like Nelson, this guy, I learned how to triple jump from watching videos of him in 2008, you know, so to see him, you know, medaling with us today is, man, he deserves a round of applause. Seriously. He deserves a round of applause. And, you know, I just appreciate, you know, him, and I appreciate Christian as well. Just, you know, for pushing the limits. You know, I feel like without, you know, us coming up in the ranks together, you know, we wouldn't be jumping as far as we have been jumping. So I definitely appreciate Christian. But to answer your question, I feel like as soon as the competition started, we knew we had to set the tone. You know, just similar to Rio. You know, you wanted to get those big jumps in early and put pressure on everyone else. You know, and that was the goal, because you know the next guy is gonna definitely try to trump that. So my goal was to just go out there each round and jump further and further and to execute. Like Christian said, my 5th jump I felt like was the one. But I didn't get any of the board. So that's definitely disappointing. But we still have more meets to go the rest of this year. We have 2 more meets. We're going to Tynes next week. We're gonna jump in like 12,000 feet elevation. So yeah, we're gonna try to go out there and jump really far. So season's not done, and we still have some more big jumps in us.
Great. We have a question here, please.
A question for Will. Just firstly, you were talking about that competition in France. Can you just specify what day next week that is on? And
I think it's 16th or 17th.
Either the 16th or 17th.
It just depends on the weather.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we're way up there.
Yeah. It's gonna be
and just you would have probably talked to Jonathan Edwards as you were coming through the media. Do you talk to him much about the world record? Does he actually talk to you much about his world record? And
yeah, it seems to be the topic of discussion these days, because I feel like he sees it in us. He sees that we're capable of it. So whenever, we get together, it definitely is the topic, and you can kind of feel him kind of starting to let it go. He knows that it's coming, so we're just going to continue to work hard and hopefully when we execute right, it'll come. I don't really want to just, chase the distance. I just want to, really just chase executing, and doing things right.
It's just one more question. Is it a bit like kind of the rush for the sub 4 minute mile back in the day? Everyone wanted to be the first person to get it. Between you guys, kind of who's going to be the first one to get the record?
I feel like it's going to be who gets it last, because once it's broken, it's going to continue to get broken. Once it happens, it's just going to open new boundaries. It's just like the mile. When the guy, when somebody broke, that mark, it just started to, flood. So I feel like once the world record is broken, we're going to continue breaking it. I feel like we're still young. I think Jonathan was older than us when he broke it. So hopefully we can jump until we're Nelson's age, and continue to, put out big numbers.
Okay, question here, please.
Go Gators.
Is that
Just
you?
two back.
Oh, man.
We've got a chance for everybody, don't worry.
Nelson, muitos parabéns. Could you share, em português, partilhar agora com os portugueses esta vitória? Usou com orgulho a bandeira portuguesa. Gostava de fazer isso. I asked Nelson to share what he felt with the Portuguese, since he avoided talking to us before.
Posso responder? Para mim é sempre um orgulho representar a nossa seleção. Sempre dou o meu melhor, sempre tento trazer uma medalha para o nosso país. E contra tudo, contra todos, contra a estatística, acabo sempre por conseguir contrariar tudo, mesmo tentando-me dificultando a participação em alguns meetings internacionais. Sou, se calhar, daqui de todos os concorrentes o que menos competiu, mas o que me interessava aqui era ganhar uma medalha, consegui, e fico contente por mim, fico contente por Portugal, e espero que todos os portugueses também tenham ficado felizes com esta medalha.
Translation, please.
For Nelson, it's a proud representing Portugal always. He gives always his best, and he wants always take a medal to home. And he do it against everything, against the statistics, against the difficulty that he has to get entry in some international meetings. probably in this final he was the one that had competed less times. And he still wants to win medals.
I'm senior.
And he is happy for him and happy for Portugal, and he hopes that all the Portuguese now will be happy with him.
Okay. The gentleman in the blue shirt here, please.
Yeah, Will, what do you think it's going to take for you to kind of get over the hump and go from silver to gold at one of these against Christian?
I feel like it just has to be executed right on that day. You know, Christian and I have I don't know what's our record is, our record against each other right now. I think it's even now, but yeah, it's just whoever executes better on that day. You know, it's not a talent thing. I feel like talent-wise, we're about the same. You know, and we've been leveling up each year together. I think it's just me executing the right jump at the right time. You know, if I would have did what I did in Sacramento today, then I would have had a bigger jump. But Christian probably would have had a bigger jump as well. So you never know. It's just that day. It's really you can't you can't say what's gonna happen. Hopefully next time I come out on top. But it's just something that I got to keep working at.
Gentleman in the second row, yes.
Me? Nelson. Boa noite, parabéns, muitos parabéns.
Obrigado.
Conquistaste a tua quarta medalha em campeonatos do mundo. Segundo algumas estatísticas que já apareceram, és o segundo atleta com mais pódios na história dos campeonatos. Eu gostaria que pudesses comentar isso, com certeza que é uma enorme alegria.
Para mim,
we're just going to get the question translated.
The question is: this is the fourth medal of Nelson ever in the World Championships, and he is the second athlete with that get the podium more times. So he's asking a comment from Nelson about it.
Sem dúvida, fico feliz por isso. Tento sempre, como já disse, tento sempre levar uma medalha. Tento sempre a de ouro, mas o Christian e o Claye têm dificultado esse trabalho a todos os outros. Mas hoje entrei bastante confiante na prova e tentei mudar isso. Mas como também já foi referido aqui, a falta de ritmo competitivo não me permitiu. E eles provaram que são os favoritos e tiveram a altura disso. Mas é sempre uma honra ser um dos mais medalhados. Embora gostasse mais que fossem medalhas mais brilhantes do que esta, mas tenho que agradecer a Deus por aquilo que me dá e não lamentar aquilo que podia ter ganho.
Nelson says that he always try, in each World Championship, he only try to get a medal. And he's always fighting for the gold medal. And today, will increase. They make it difficult to him. They was the best athletes with the best performance in the track, and they prove it. He wants to take medals, and he was hoping to get medals more shine, but was not possible. So he gets the bronze. He could get silver or the gold. But it's an honor for him to be one of the most medalists in the World Championships.
Okay. There's a question at the front row here, please. Yeah, the microphone's just coming. Thank you.
This is a question for Nelson. He now has a fourth medal. And do you realize that you're one short of Jonathan Gold, who has 5 medals? And would you like to tie it in the next World Championship?
Se eu quero bater quem?
Who got 5?
Jonathan Edwards has 5.
Jonathan Edwards.
Him?
Yeah.
And him?
Não. Se tu queres
Jonathan
bater,
Edwards.
se tu queres
Okay.
bater o
He has 5 medals.
Jonathan
You have
Edwards.
4. Next World Championship, a chance to tie it. Any thoughts?
Nós nunca sabemos o que nos reserva. Tenho 33 anos, daqui a 2 anos terei 35. mas sinto-me tão bem como estava há 10 anos. Já o referi antes destes campeonatos, mas mais uma vez, há 10 anos atrás eu fiz 11 competições até ao Campeonato do Mundo, e quando cheguei ao Campeonato do Mundo tinha bastante ritmo competitivo, e desta vez fiz um meeting internacional, uma diferença de 10 provas pesaram no resultado final, mas vamos ver, vou continuar a trabalhar. Enquanto me sentir bem, vou sempre lutar pelas medalhas, sem faltar ao respeito ao Christian e ao Claye, porque eles já mostraram que são atletas espetaculares. Já saltaram, inclusive este ano saltaram 18 metros, numa prova espetacular, que eu gostaria de estar presente, mas não pude, porque perdi uma pessoa muito importante da minha família. Mas daqui a 2 anos eu posso prometer que vou tentar estar o mais saudável possível e vender as medalhas de forma mais difícil, tanto a um como ao outro, ou quem vier, que acredito também que venham novos atletas. Por isso é uma honra estar sempre na luta pelas medalhas. I'm so sorry.
We never know. Nelson has 33. In 2 years he will have 35. But he fell so young, like 10 years ago. The problem is in the past, for when we arrive to the World Championship, he normally has 11 international competition in his legs, 11 international meetings. And this year he only get 1. But he's continue to working. He will continue fighting for the medals with respect by Christian and by Will, because they are great athletes, and they prove it this year. They jumped more than 18 meters in an international meeting that unfortunately Nelson could not be, because he lost a very important person in his family in that date, so it was impossible to him to get there. And he promised that in 2 years he will try to be as healthy as possible for sell the medals very expensive to Christian, to Hill, and for new athletes that could appear, because Nelson believes that new athletes will appear in the triple jump in the next few years.
Good. Are there any other questions just there, please? Thank you.
Question for Christian. You've had bigger smiles on your face when you've won major championships in the past. I just was wondering, was the gold enough today?
Honestly, yeah, we've just been chasing this number, you know, this magical 1829. I always want to put on a big show, and the stage was set. You know, Jonathan was watching, Jonathan was there. We've had a lot of banter back and forth. He had the last laugh today, you know. But we also live to fight another day, you know. And so, if anything, this just adds more fuel to the fire. And, you know, I really hope that the viewers, you know, here and abroad, we're happy with the competition, you know, because we're entertainers at the end of the day. And you know, I constantly thank the British crowd, because they're very, very knowledgeable, and they come out every single night, rain or shine, you know, 60,000 strong, and that's something I never take for granted. So I hope that they did, you know, enjoy the show tonight, and you know, I appreciate them paying for every seat.
A word on the crowd. Was it like a home games for you, because you were getting big cheers every time you went?
Yeah. Living in Loughborough was, you know, definitely an advantage. You know, spending my time here, I kind of got the title of an honorary Brit, you know, and so for that I'm also very grateful. As I said, the crowd is very knowledgeable, and they know that Will and I have been battling through the ranks. They know Nelson's titles, accolades, you know, so they know that it is a promising final. It could have been any man's day. And so also coming off of the back of the women's triple jump, which was phenomenal. You know, I had goosebumps watching that. Every jump, you didn't know what was going to happen, and they were two show women. I guess that would be the title. So I I really wanted to continue to bring that and represent well for the field.
Okay. There's a question at the front, please.
Christian, someone sent me a video of Vanessa Kravitz 1550. Okay, so she's 2 days after Jonathan Edwards broke the men's record, she set the women's record. As you guys are chasing 1829, do you think Iberguen and Rojas are capable of going?
Absolutely. You know, rivalries produce unbelievable things. Those two are fierce competitors. You know, you can see it in their attitude. You can see it in their demeanor, their walk, you know. Those ladies are not playing around, and I love that. You know, the body types are different. The techniques are very different, but they're so strong. You know, where one person has an advantage, the other person is a weakness, but, you know, you cannot respect each other, you know, and so I definitely think they have what it takes. They're going to just continue paying attention to each other, and with that, the result will come. You know, no doubt in my mind, they can break the record.
What made Jonathan Edwards such a great triple jumper? You've obviously watched the videos a bunch of times.
Yeah.
What do you think it is?
Execution. This is what Will's been talking about all night. Execution. That's truly it. He was very efficient. The speed, the contact time. You know, at the end of the day, that's it. Speed always wins, and whoever can keep the most momentum throughout the jump will jump the furthest. That's what he did well. He ran off the board and kept that throughout the jump. This is what we're going after, you know, but we're going to try to bring our twist because we're not trying to stay at 1829. We're trying to go further, and so that's what will be the difference, because we'll bring our little twist, and hopefully that will help surpass the record.
Okay. So, question, just the gentleman in the blue shirt.
This is actually for Nelson. What is it like to watch this rivalry, you know, down on the track competing, and just kind of the emotional swings as they trade kind of big jump after big jump?
Can you repeat, please?
I guess, what is it like to watch this rivalry between Will and Christian from a competitor's perspective, and just the emotional swings that go into it when they trade big jumps?
Como é que é ver esta competição entre eles lá em baixo e a troca de lugares que eles fazem?
Para mim é espetacular, porque eu gostaria que eles estivessem aqui em 2007, 2008, 2009, antes de começar a ter os meus problemas na minha tíbia, porque eu também ia adorar estar no meio deles, e talvez com competidores como eles iria conseguir chegar mais além. Infelizmente, na altura tinha o Filipe Sidou, que também era um grande competidor, mas que as competições ficavam sempre por aí, e eu tinha sempre a ânsia daquilo que acontece entre eles dois, de não ver limites. Eu saltava sempre sem limites e tentava procurar aquilo que o Christian disse agora, a velocidade e o tempo, o momento para ir mais à frente. Infelizmente só o consegui fazer em 2, 3 provas na minha vida, que saltei com um pouco de vento a favor e saltei no Campeonato da Europa de Equipas, mas ainda acredito que seja possível para mim, mas é sempre bom ver este despique entre estes dois atletas, e é muito saudável para os espectadores e para quem está em prova tentar também sonhar e meter-se no meio deles também.
Desculpa. Sorry, Speedy. Okay, this is amazing what is happening downstairs in the field. Nelson would like that Christian and Will have competed with him since 2007 to 2009, before he get the first injury when he broke the leg. And surely he will be more further if they were competing with him. In that time, Philippe Sidovu was his main contestant, but it was only him. Nelson always looked for a jump without limits, and we were looking for that. He was trying to get more speed, trying to get that moment for jump further. And unfortunately, he only did it 2 or 3 times. Once in the European Teams Championship in 2009 with the Windy. But he hopes to do it again, and it's great for them downstairs in the field, see them jump, and it's great for the public, and it's great for all the athletes that are competing because they dream to be between Will and Christian.
Good.
Thank you.
Faltou alguma coisa?
Thank you.
More questions? Okay, one last one at the back, please.
No.
Boa noite. Good evening. I will do my question in Portuguese. Nelson, os anos passam e a verdade é que continuas a dar respostas. Estás com 33 anos. A minha questão é, com o Copelo eras dos mais velhos, ou tu és o mais velho logo a seguir, e ele dizia-me que vê em ti um exemplo por treinar contigo e por partilhar contigo a pista. A minha questão é, até quando é que tu achas que poderás continuar? Porque todos os anos vais dando uma resposta e vais continuando. Tens um final previsto para ti, ou simplesmente continuas a dar este tipo de respostas que vais, digamos assim, silenciando as pessoas que anunciavam esse final?
Tenho que traduzir primeiro. Obrigado, Miguel. Okay, shortly answer. Copelo is training with Nelson in the same group training with Ivan Pedroso, and Miguel is asking to Nelson that Copelo sees in Nelson an example because he's fighting all days and all years. And the main question is, until when you will still competing and you still jumping?
Realmente é bom saber isso. É bom saber que somos uma referência ou um motivo de motivação para outros atletas. Para o Copeu, que é meu colega de treino, não podia deixar mais feliz pelas palavras dele. Eu sei que o meu tempo, tenho muito menos tempo do que o Taylor, do que o Claye, e que eles estão bastante bem, estão bastante mais à frente do que eu. Não custa sonhar, eu não sou somente um sonhador, tenho provado muitas vezes que consigo fazer a diferença, e as medalhas de bronze e de ouro nos europeus provam isso. Este ano estou a treinar com o Ivan. O Ivan é um treinador que procura velocidade e sem limites. Tivemos muito pouco tempo ainda, por isso, no pouco tempo que ainda tenho, vou explorar a 200% para poder chegar mais além, e podem crer que dentro de alguns meses verão o Nelson completamente diferente, que as mudanças começam a fazer o seu efeito, a metodologia de treino dele, a mentalidade de como estar em prova, e sei muito bem onde posso ir, estou tranquilo. Hoje tive um dia que eu me senti bastante bem e espero provar aos putos que ainda tenho bons saltos nas pernas.
Making this fellow work.
I try to talk slowly.
It's good to know that he's a reference to Copelho. He's happy with his words because he's a teammate. He trained together. He have less time that Will and that Christian to continue to jumping. He's old. And he is not only a dreamer, because the medals that he had they are proving that what Nelson does, it's more than a dream. This year he starts to work with Ivan Pedroso, and Ivan, it's a coach that's trying to get the speed and the speed without limits. They are working in a few months, but Nelson is really confident that in a couple of months you will can see next season you will can see Nelson Evora completely different, because the way of work of Ivan, it's different. The mentality, the way to be in each competition, it's different, and he hopes to come stronger next season and surprise those kids. Kids was the word that he used.